Hello everyone, I'm Julie Hedges and welcome to Monday Metta Live on the Tarot Journey. I'm coming to you from the car where I'm trying to get warmed up. It's turning colder and colder and colder. You might be able to hear it on the roof. It's a little ping, 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 ping. The little rain droplets that we've gotten are turning into some sleet. We're supposed to get some wintry mix, is what it said, and so I think it's already starting. Well, this is going to be a short Monday Metta. I wanted to come to you live because I love talking with you live, and I appreciate all of you who take the tarot journey with me. This Monday Metta that I do with you live every week, that I try to go live every week. Today I want to talk about Venus in retrograde in Scorpio and the Scorpio new moon. And I want to ask all of you, have you put on your magic? Have you put on your magic? What do I mean by that? Well, Scorpio, of all of the signs of the zodiac, Scorpio is the sign of magic and mystery and mysticism and deep revelation and intensity and passion and transformation. That's what Scorpio is all about. And so it's very significant that we have Venus, the planet of love and money and beauty and artistry and romance, in the sign of Scorpio. I want to take a minute to give a shout out to the folks who are watching live tonight. Thank you for stopping by. Hi, Meg. Rob is here. And who else is here? Give me the roll call if you would. So thank you for stopping by on the tarot journey. This Venus retrograde in the sign of Scorpio, and we've also had a new moon in that time as well. So the moon represents the soul. And once a month, we have the opportunity for the soul, the moon, to unite with the sun, which is our operating consciousness. And so the two get together and they have a little powwow. They have a little chit chat. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for dropping by. And so the sun and the moon together creates this new moon. So being within the sign of Scorpio, it's this new revelations from our soul to our operating consciousness about magic and mystery and transformation. Now, that can take on many forms. And so I want to ask you to kind of take a look at your life, to evaluate your life and evaluate your body. And have any of you experienced any, I'm going to just say, elimination issues? Not being able to go or going too much? Any issues with cramping and other concerns in the womb area? Any sexuality type of concerns? Not necessarily issues, just kind of things that make you go Well, that's all Scorpio's domain. Everything down there in the Dantian or the Hara or the sacral chakra, right in there in the womb. That's the seat of your emotions and your creativity. All of that is magic and mystery and Scorpio. So if you are processing things on the emotional and spiritual and even intellectual level regarding transformation and magic and mystery, all of that can filter its way into the physical body. So just be patient with your body as it is catching up. If you are experiencing some of those physical indicators, I'm just going to call them indicators, right? Physical indicators around in that area, in the hara, in the dantian, in the womb, in the sacral chakra, as your body is adjusting to this new stuff. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for stopping by. This is just a live check-in that I do every Monday, the Monday Metta Live. So, not doing particular readings, but kind of giving the listeners and the viewers something to think about, some little tidbit for journaling and introspection. So that's what Monday Metta is all about. Thank you, Andrea, for sharing. I appreciate that. And thanks for stopping by. I know for myself, my body has been a filter for some very, very deep work. Last week, here on November 7th, was the new moon. So right in the middle of the week. And typically, on a new moon, activities that you would do for your growth would be like intentional activities, seed planting. So maybe you're going to make a list of things that you want to manifest, and dreams and goals and visions, and maybe making a vision board. Well, Spirit really had me get real, really real, down to the nitty-gritty bones, and do some releasing work, doing some forgiveness work. And I tell you, it was wrestling with the bones and doing the kind of work that I did. So if you were led by Spirit to do that similar kind of work, doing it on the Scorpio new moon was a very good idea, because Scorpio is the deep depths, as deep as the Marianas Trench, and that is 7 miles underneath the ocean. So if you think of Mount Everest and put it under the ocean, there's still a mile of water on top of that to get to the depths of the Marianas Trench. And Scorpio, the water sign, the intensity of Niagara Falls. So that is the kind of transformative power and the depth that Scorpio holds. So be patient with your body, and as your personality and your soul and your operating consciousness are coming to terms with those depths and that meaning for you. So transitioning back to talking about Venus. Venus has been retrograde, starting in the sign of Scorpio, going all the way back to Libra now. So Venus went to those deep depths, to the Marianas Trench, with the intensity of Niagara Falls. And she has met with the sun. So she went all the way into the cave, and she's met with the sun, and now she has become the morning star. And she's slowing down on her retrograde cycle to turn around on November the 16th, just this Friday, where she will turn around and be direct again. So retrograde, just real quick, it means that the planets are going backwards, but it really is not the case in the sky. It just simply looks like that from our vantage point. Looks like they have stopped and turned around and gone the other way. Well, Venus is in that process right now. She's slowing down, and she's going to stop and look like she's turning around in the sign of Libra. And she is going to be right next to one of the most benevolent, fortunate stars in all of the sky. If I work with some of the fixed stars of astrology. Hi, Jessica. Just for some of the listeners who are tuning in, this is a live stream general message for your thoughts and concerns, and something that you can journal about and look at it in your own life. I'm not doing a card draw tonight. Next Monday on the Tarot Journey show, I will do some live card readings. But tonight is just for you to be introspective and think about for your growth. So Venus is getting closer and closer and is going to be conjunct right next to one of the most fortunate stars, and that is Spica. Spica is at 24 degrees of Libra. Spica means the shaft of wheat in the Virgin's hands. So it represents abundance, fortune, fame, riches, renown. Spica is the most fortunate star in all of the sky. I love Spica, and Venus is coming closer and closer and closer to that. And when she turns around, she's going to be right next to Spica. So soaking up all of those good, wonderful things, those richness and abundance and renown, all of those things, in addition to beauty, love, artistry, romance, all of the things that Venus naturally is. And if you get up early, which I don't get up this early, but if you get up early before grandfather sun, then you will see Venus peeking out as the morning star. She began as the morning star last weekend. At the beginning of November is when you could really start seeing her peeking out above the sun. So she is the morning star until her next retrograde cycle. So I love that. So if you've really been going to the depths in your personal soul work, getting really real about your appreciation, self-appreciation, your value system, how you love yourself, how you show people how to appreciate you and love you, then all of this work is really showing itself in the heavens, and it's going to really start taking root in your life. But don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed if your body is still recalibrating. Your body is still kind of getting used to these things. So if you have rumblings in your tummy and some of those physical integration type symptoms, just be patient. Just be patient. So thank you all for taking the tarot journey with me and for joining me each week on Monday Metta Live. I want to invite you to tune in to the tarot journey. That's on the third Monday of every month. So next Monday, November the 19th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And I will be doing readings for part of that time. But we are going to be talking about developing or retooling and restocking your spiritual emergency toolkit. So a really good thing to have before you need it. And this comes from kind of personal experience, things that I wish I had before I was lambasted by life circumstances, right? So please join me for, I hope to be an uplifting and definitely an empowering discussion about you developing or restocking your spiritual emergency toolkit before you need it. So thank you all for being part of Monday Metta with me. And let's say the Metta prayer together. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. And that includes you. That includes you. Always, always put yourself in metta. Metta, of course, means loving kindness. It's a prayer. It's an actionable prayer. So always put yourself in metta because you're worth it. Because the people who care about you want to know that you love you. The people who love you care about how you love you. So always put yourself in metta. And I close with how I always close. May the peace that surpasses all human understanding be with each and every one of you. Thank you for stopping by and for taking the tarot journey with me. Om Shanti and good night.